Okay, hello, welcome. The music started here, so today, as you can see right here, I will be drawing the Star Hopper. I don't know if you would call it a rocket test article. I don't know. So we're gonna be drawing this nose coneless ship, and yeah, its nose cone actually did go flying off in some heavy winds, so rip that. So I think right now I'm just gonna basic shape of the hopper. And poor Star Hopper, it has to watch all the starships blow up every single time. Must be a bit traumatizing. I don't know why I'm saying it's traumatizing. It's a piece of metal. But, yeah. Okay. Erase that bit. Now, Star Hopper is tricky because it's very, very reflective. And it's got a lot of like little swirlies of texture and shadows, which will be hard to do. And I don't want to say dinky. I feel like rough is the right way because it was a very early prototype and they've gotten a lot better at welding and making the starships and test articles at this point. But you can kind of tell Star Hopper was an early prototype as it is rough and now used as a water tower. Kinda. Mostly used for observation. But alright, so we kinda got this leg done. I wanna raise the dome, the common dome section, which is, I'm assuming, the fuel tank, kind of like this. Then I'm assuming it shares the common dome, so first fuel tank, second fuel tank, thrust buck, engine, fire. At least that's how I understand it. Alright, get this top section in. And personally, I think Star Hopper looks better with the nose cone off. It looks kinda like a Jetsons or something cartoony thing with the nose cone on. I don't know why, but something about it just looked off and not like a rocket and more like a toy. It's kind of funny since it was, I think, maybe the first prototype to ever use the Raptor engine, like, perform a flight with it. Well, I'm not fully sure on that. And darn it, I did all of this on the wrong layer, so... Ugh. This will be hard. Alright. Restarting, because I did it all on the wrong layer. Woohoo! Check your layers at all times. Otherwise you will make dumb mistakes like me. And end up with layers all mismatched and all sorts of messed up things. This is not right. Yeah, I'm not sure whether to do live streams with just the music or am I talking? I'm not sure what would be more enjoyable. If hearing me mumble to myself for an hour is more enjoyable, or just listening to music while I draw is more enjoyable. So I don't know, I might experiment with some live streaming with no audio. Okay, this needs to be a bit like down here. I'm just getting this landing leg in. It's a bit messed up, but it'll do for now. Alright, onto the top part of the fuel tank. Now I'm not sure what these little tanks are. I think they might be helium tanks for autogenous pressurization, or no. I get it confused. Is helium, when they use helium in it and like use that gas to backfill the tanks, is that autogenous pressurization? Or is it when they use some unburnt fuel and pipe that back in? Is that autogenous pressurization? I'm not sure which one it is, so I know it's similar. Well, it's how the space shuttle did it. So I know they have that encounter, but I don't know which way you call it. I'm pretty sure it was with SN8, it started to eat up the engine because they're like an air bubble or something. I don't know. They've flown like 4 of them at this point. They all look the same. Well, mostly the same. And they all kind of had the same outcome, except for 15 and 10, which survived. Although 10 only survived for 10 minutes before it decided to explode itself. Although, I mean, it flew twice. So, yeah. Alright, this is looking alright for a rough sketch. Still not happy with how this top is looking. Let's look more. Yeah, that's better. This actually looks horrible, but it'll get better as the live stream goes on. Add in these little tanks here. And add the welding lines. And Starhopper has a lot of stuff on the outside because it's an early prototype. So I can add some little dents and stuff to it to make it look more rough and unfinished. Well, it was finished, but it still wasn't a full production session, which hopefully we should be seeing in the near future as SpaceX starts getting better and better at producing these Starship prototypes, and can't wait for SN20 to fly. I think it'll fly by the earliest November-ish, very late in the year at the earliest, and at the latest March 2022, maybe. If they have some sort of unscheduled rapid disassembly. Alright, on to the inks. Make this with 3.4. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like to make my inking lines kind of thick to make the colors pop on the inside. Although a lot of what I draw ends up being gray because usually people aren't thinking of the aesthetic design when they're making a rocket, which is kind of annoying sometimes as there are some really ugly rockets. And I think one of the ugliest rockets is maybe the Delta 3, because it was a weird in-between of the Delta 2 and the Delta 4. Wait, am I getting those names right? Yeah. Because Delta 2 is the blue one. Yeah. I'm getting those names right. And then Delta 4, which really needs a fire extinguisher. Which I'm not sure why does Delta 4 set itself on fire? 1 second, let me look this up. Why does Delta 4 Heavy set itself on fire? Okay, I can't find anything. The only explanation that I've heard, I don't know where I heard it, so it's probably wrong, is that when it opens like the valves or something, the hydrogen that it uses escapes and ignites. So it's kind of like a Zeppelin almost. Except there's no humans on this one. What are the lines on this? One of those things. Are these well marks or like? I always question why are these things on rockets and why do they exist on the rocket? SLS is almost done stacking, I think. It has its core stage and SRB stacked, and I'm pretty sure the second stage has been stacked on it already, and Orion is being put together with the launch escape system, so I think they're on track for launching this year, finally, after, I don't know, how long has it been going on for, 10 years? It'll be cool to see them launch, but a bit of a shame too, because those historic shuttle main engines, which flew on all those missions with the shuttles, are now going to be sitting at the bottom of the ocean. It's pretty sad because the space shuttle is one of, if not my favorite space vehicle. Don't ask me why, I don't really know. I just love the look of it, and I really like space planes, even though a lot of times they're not too practical. And they just have cool names, especially Atlantis. Atlantis is my favorite one. So, even though on my videos, it's a picture of like Discovery landing or something, but then I put the name on it, and I write Atlantis because it's my favorite shuttle. Alright, get the top dome section in. And these are going to be some hard shapes to get. And the reason I'm drawing Starhopper is, 1, I like Starhopper, and 2, I've drawn it before on this channel. I didn't like how the drawing turned out too much. It looked a bit off, so I'm redrawing it and trying to do it better because I think I've actually learned how to draw pretty good since that drawing was made. Yeah, that's alright for now. Fill this one. Alright, on to this section. Okay. So it's got kind of a section here and the tanks. Alright. Next we're going to change the shape of the top dome. Make it a bit flatter. Yeah, I'll just leave it how it was originally. Now on to the helium tanks, I think. I'm not really sure what they are, but I'm assuming they are. Or maybe nitrogen. Alright, one for the third tank. Now it just looks like Starhopper has a bunch of warts or, I don't know, tumors. Alright. Well, now on to the actual body of the rocket. I have a ton of videos that I have planned, and I hope they are good. And I'm hoping to start drawing not just rockets, but planes, robots, maybe even buildings. Because I'm gonna run out of rockets to draw. There aren't that many. Okay, well there's a lot of them, but a lot of them are just variants of other rockets. Some of them are just boring to draw, and others, there's no good pictures of them. But still, there's a very limited number of rockets. But with other things, there's dozens of planes and other things. So I'll still draw rockets, but kind of disperse them with other drawings of planes, buildings, and boats, maybe even. So yeah. I don't know what tomorrow's video will be, as I have, which I'm really into what I do because I want to get joined on new rockets, and vehicles, but I have too many videos in backlog, so I have to post them all first, and then I can move on to new things. So that'll be hard to get them all out because I think I have 3 or 4, which is like 4 weeks videos, which makes it kind of tough. And I keep rotating canvas on accident. Alright, onto the exhaust plume. Today I actually watched a video, Scott Manley, his video on why rocket exhaust looks the way it does, and it's interesting. It's kind of just a mix of what propellant it uses, what cooling system it uses, and a couple other factors. Alright, I think that's a pretty good inking layer, so duplicate that layer, bring it up, and on to coloring. Just get a base color to fill in the whole rocket, and then we can start adding details in a bit later. And then all of this. Alrighty. On to some details. Alright, let's increase the size. My pen. I want that color a bit darker. Yeah, it's better. I'm assuming this is usually a black ring, but in the lighting conditions that my reference image is, it looks kind of purpley. So that's what I'm going to go with. And this whole section right here. Alright, on to some more colors. Top section. What color are these? Alright, I'm just gonna make them kind of a yellowy orange color with a bit of white added, and then they get darker as it goes down the arm, the landing leg. Pretty sure Electron or Rocket Lab should be launching again soon after their unseen, or I don't know what you'd say, unpredictable failure of the rocket. I can't remember what the reason for the failure was, but I think it was the guidance system got confused. I don't know, I can't remember what caused the failure to happen, but anyways, I think it was around a month or so ago. The rocket just decided, hey, I'm gonna go spin out of control, woohoo! And that caused the failure. Essentially, the rocket just decided to go. It's not actually how it happened, but, you know. I like to personify things for some reason. Alright, just get this nice blend in. That'll look alright. Yeah. Alright, on to the other leg. I wonder, the lighting on this leg, it appears to be more silver. Alright, getting that color. Looks like, on this one, looks like it's almost a gradient from the yellowy white color to the more orange color. But this one, the line, which I'm a bit confused by, but I'll do what it tells me to. Although it's a picture, so it's not telling me anything. Okay. So for this, I'm gonna try a new technique. Woohoo! Just kind of got this reflection of something yellowish here. I'm now going to blur that and make it look more natural. Now part. Alright, that looks good. I'll probably change it a bit later, but right now. Now for up here, grab that color. I think I'm gonna use airbrush. That's more controllable in tight spaces. And I am excited to do the Raptor engine exhaust because it's cool and bluey and glow. It's a cool color. It's like purpley blue with a hint of like pink in it. And it looks pretty good. Now onto this darker blue color. And I'm gonna do the same thing. And throw it in there. And it gets skinnier whether you go down, so. Alright, time to do that. And then blur it, and then get the soft eraser. And as you can see, it gets a bit softer down here, so I'm gonna reduce that. I'm gonna make those sides up a bit bigger so I can do it in one stroke. Alright, time to patch up all the damage I did to the rest of the drawing, which is a lot. Get that color, grab that color, and didn't mean to rotate the canvas. Alright, that's looking kind of bad. This new version might not work, except it might because I just had an idea. I'm going to make this a bit more gray, as it is on top of gray metal, and hopefully that makes it look a bit better. Yeah, it's good enough for now. And over here we have a purpley bluish color. It goes down the side. And Starhopper isn't actually colored this way, it's just the shadows and reflections make it look like that. Also kind of got a spot here. Here it is. Alright, get the smear tool and disrupt it a bit. Make it look a bit different. Ah. Grab this color, add light gray to it. Now time to fix this band here. Oh, also recently, Russia launched, forgot what it's called, but it started with an N. It was a backup to the Zvezda module, I think. They were just sitting, and finally they're like, alright, we're gonna turn this into its own module. It's been delayed for months because they found like a fuel leak, I think, and a whole bunch of troubles. And finally it's going up now. And rest in peace the Piers module, which it will be replacing, and the Piers module will sadly re-enter the atmosphere and be destroyed. Which, for the astronauts on board, might be slightly sad as a module. I don't know if they have any attachment to the modules. Although I'm pretty sure the Piers module is just a use for cargo storage. Although it is exciting as they'll have more room now on the ISS, which will be nice because being up there cramped probably isn't the funnest thing in the world, although they're trained for it and the ISS is pretty big. But still. Add a bit more gray to actually that background. So, no. Alright, I'm to this a little bit. Yep, turn up the opacity. Alright, color this in. Get this darker color. And get some shadows in here, even though I should be saying this for a different layer, but I'm not. Alright, blue color. And it lines the whole back side of the landing leg. Yeah. And my dog's probably gonna bark soon, so yeah, I'll go on mute now so you don't have to listen to my dog barking. So, be back in a minute.